respect like your daddy dad. Gucci the magnet, cash in the cabinet. I just woke up in a palace. I did a walk through him in Dallas, man. Flew in 2 bitches from Cali. Hey! What's up? Oh shit!
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Woo! Million a week. Hey. I bought her ice off a leech. Ice, yeah, playing for keeps. Suck up the game, she a leech. Came in the game with a key. My pockets blue with Monique. Ooh, she got that perfect physique. I sip a brick to her cheeks. Now that I'm getting this money, I'm fucking neat. Thought that they tryna get calmer. This a good week, I been stacking them ends and I'm snatching that rape in the morning. I was the nigga locked up in the cell and they treated me like I was normal. Thanking the Lord for the blessings, I just let the regular dressing up formal. Look at my boogers, they big as you. You could get shot with your nigga too. Just to make a nigga do boogaloo. Billy Moose with the sea masseuse. I'm having more strikes than the Dita booze. Dicking them out like an edible. Niggas start shooting, you better move. I fight for my gang, I won't let them lose. Yo, bitch, she wantin' the pipe. This shit all started off lights. Hopped in my DM and wrote me a kite. Flight, she on the very first flight. Finesse a nigga to get this shit right. Sight, right, nigga, good night. Poppin' that shit cause he thinking he pipes. 100 rounds run with the knife. Me and the walk, Biggie and Pop. But we so different, we keepin' the Glock. I'm on the yacht and the yacht on my wide. Fucking the thought on the ocean, Dubai. I'ma play dumb, but I see all the plot. She know what I'm by. You hit this dope and your heart gonna stop. They callin' the car. Up on the jet, this is 20 passengers. Officer the maniac, I'm the massacre. I take your heart out and shoot your bladder up. Get to the top and we blew the ladder up. Right on my money, I'm talking lateral. Got that bitch high off a perk and Adderall. Pull out the fire and you better grab it off. Bitch, I'm offset and I'm about to set it off. Million a week. I bought her ice off a leech. Yeah, playing for keeps. Suck up the game, she a leech. Came in the game with a key. My pockets blue with Monique. Ooh, she got that perfect physique. I sip a brick to her cheeks. Now that I'm getting this money, I'm fucking neat. Thought that they tryna get calmer. This a good week, I been stacking them ends and I'm snatching that rape in the morning. I was the nigga locked up in the cell and they treated me like I was normal. Thanking the Lord for the blessings, I just let the regular dressing up formal. I'm having this shit, but you had it. Show me respect like your daddy dad. Gucci the magnet, cash in the cabinet. I just woke up in a palace. I did a walk through him in Dallas, man. Flew in 2 bitches from Cali. BB's on me, I'm rocking badly. They drunk and they just walking badly. I'm headed to Paris to pick up a bag and they treat me like one of the jacks. These niggas ain't tripping, ain't making transactions. A nigga rob you, he be practicing. 4 bitches all trying to swallow this. I feel like I'm fighting an octopus. Thought it was killers camped out in my bushes to come to find out it's photographers. Feds watch me with binoculars. Mad cause a nigga getting popular. Flexing the heart wanna lock me up. Drop top, walk with the top is up. Negative turn to a positive. I don't care never no obstacle. I could kill this but the bloggers, bro. 80K stuff to my joggers, bro. Million a week. I bought her ice off a leech. Yo, playing for keeps. Suck up the game, she a leech. Came in the game with a key. My pockets blue with Monique. Ooh, she got that perfect physique. I sip a brick to her cheeks. Now that I'm getting this money, I'm fucking neat. Thought that they tryna get calmer. This a good week, I been stacking them ends and I'm snatching that rape in the morning. I was the nigga locked up in the cell and they treated me like I was normal. Thanking the Lord for the blessings, I just let the regular dressing up formal.
T-shirts and slugs. If I'm in the mirror, then I'm fixing my mug. Put a nigga on the top floor. I beat him with a deck and show him that I'm not a hoe. I fill the application out at Papa Do's. Work my way up to manager and rob the hoes. You never know what I'ma do next, like a lava lamp. Pull out the pockets on them damn Dada pants. Ride in the stolen car that's hotter than some fire ants. I be act like Bin Laden, I think I got a problem, man. Ain't the baddest in the world, but I'm the baddest you done seen. I want you out that ride, whoop, pulled over like Trina. Your partner owe me cash, I'ma get that bank. Put a bum under his car and a twist in the gas tank. What? play dirty. Like I slipped him up before the game, and the coach wouldn't even let a player go change. Play dirty. I talk more trash than I need. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Play dirty. Break your nose like Robin did Pippen. The minute you start tripping, I slip the banana clipping. Play dirty. Everything in life ain't fair, so sometimes I play dirty. Can you feel me on that there?
Catch me at the club with a clutch in my waist. Any hater run up, I leave a scuff on his face. Blood on his taste, get drugged through a lake. For goodness sake, invite the hood to his way. Banana in your tailpipe, sugar in your tank. Discombobulate your fuel pump when your car crank. Swallow up your fear, break a bottle in a chair. Grab a model by the head when you holler in the air. Girl, give me your number or I'll steal your car. New Hawk at the bar, robbing money from the tip jar. Throw your neighborhood up if you don't bar it. If a buster holding flex, don't sit there and ignore it. Break a hater nose, dismantle his jaw. Them Hollywood boys gon' handle them raw. If he try to pull a move, we can take her to the lot. Trunk pop, stash spot, pull an automatic lock. Play dirty.
Like I slipped him up before the game, and the coach wouldn't even let a player go change.
Play dirty.
I talk more trash than I need. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Play dirty.
Break your nose like Robin did Pippen. The minute you start tripping, I slip the banana clipping.
Play dirty.
Everything in life ain't fair, so sometimes I play dirty. Can you feel me on that there?
Gold diggers get pennies, many hoes don't get any. She a stripper, I'm a tipper with a counterfeit 20. Trying to get some new J's and put like an ain't got 'em. I'ma grab the store clerk and drop 'em with the rock bottom. I'm about to sneak up on Ben Laden, ask him where he been hiding, then slap the snot out of him. Pay top dollar for a hungry rock baller, make you eat his dog food and see how fast you run by enough. Get pulled over by a cop, I come to a complete stop, and when he get hot, I burn off in a drop. Am I gonna pay my warrants? No, cause I'm above the law. I got the number to my bail, but I probably never call. Got old people making mean faces, park horizontal, hogging all the handicap spaces. Now would I buy a hater a bottle of Chris? No, I drink it and make it a bottle of piss. Swallow this.